Borers are on, so this will be interesting. Mush is racing with us today. I think there's like over 100 starters in A grade. It's a Masters race though. Masters racing is always a little funny. Groundhog Day. Here we go again, heading west. Did I mention today's a Masters race? So that is 30s plus, which means this will be a higher prize pool, and also you get burglars like this guy. So I'm looking forward to having a chat to some of the people out here. This is going to happen. Congratulations, mate.
Probably biggest been about must have been about 100 out there, and it was just electric. It was really cool. Put all their eggs in the bunchy basket, and it
came through. All about that warm-up ride out here, wasn't it?
Yeah, thanks to the NERO boys for the tow out there.
Nice one, mate. Congrats. GX9's new haircut. Cheer up. Alright, race review. That guy. So supposedly there was 100 people in that race. Now I can't come across this sad. No, great win from Nash. It really was. Sprinter's race, to be honest. We tried quite a bit to get away, but had one short little chance. Just a lot of guys who wanted to make that a sprint, which is perfectly fair enough, and we weren't good enough to break it up. And next week we're going to have the same challenge because we're doing another Masters race. We've just got to learn to adapt to this style of racing. You know, Saturday, which was a all opens race, very different style of racing. We have a nice little, two hands for beginners, Chris. We have a nice little group here, and we're going to ride back to Sydney. Thank you, sir.
Yeah!
Okay, Erik Mather Cup out at Eastern Creek Run 1. Congrats to Nash. He said it on the ride out with us. He was like, guys, I haven't ridden much. I'm going to sit in, contest sprint. And he did that. It's a good tactic. It's a good tactic if you've got a sprint. If you don't have a sprint, you got to get away. So I do have one regret from that race. I'm not sure the rear camera is going to show this very well. There was a moment when a selection of 5 or 6 had occurred. I actually got on the rear wheel of Nate Benarius, who's a solid sprinter, and he did all the work and brought me across. I wasn't going to help him because he's a sprinter and I had mush up there. I knew just as we came to them that this group had a chance, but it was probably too big. So I should have hit them. I should have hit. When Nate brought me across, I should have hit that bunch straight away. Maybe cause 1 or 2 guys to come with me, and then when the bunch would bridge, which is what happened, there'd still be guys up the road, and maybe the impetus would go out of it. So I don't know if I've explained that very well. I'll hopefully show it on the camera. I am allowed to be disappointed from a race that I would have liked to do better at. There you go. Now, enough of that, Chris. let's talk about wheels. Again, anyone wants to send me wheels to test, happy to do it.
You know, I was really keen to try and do a sort of subjective wheel comparison at the end of all this. I just think I've missed the mark on a few kind of criteria. Totally different races. One was bought a breakaway for 70 minutes. One was trying to get away from a bunch for 70 minutes. If you had to, if you had a gun to my head right now and said which wheels felt better, my gut feeling would say the Zips. I actually don't know what, I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm gonna finish this clean up. We're gonna go inside, and I want to say something else as well. Completely reframe this quick. Yeah, look, I had a quick look at the data between the races. Look, there's no difference. There's no obvious, like, oh, I was pushing 100 watts less down the hill. Oh, thanks. Which brings me on to where this is headed. I was talking to Jesse about this on the ride back the other day. Both got really good sets of alloy wheels that we ride 90% of the time. We don't race on them. I think what I need to do at this stage is test the alloy wheels against the carbon clinchers and the tubulars and see if there's enough of a difference. Because honestly, if there isn't, I can't be stuffed changing wheels. The racing that most of us do, right? Is it worthwhile? Obviously, I'd love your opinion on this. I'm going to do a test this week. The 3 wheels against each other. Then you might just see a wheel set on Bicycle Market. I don't know. What do you reckon, Catherine?
Go! High pace. No pace.
Apologies for being a little bit grumpy after the race. Look, I don't like the whole sore loser thing, and I wasn't. Like, if that's not, it's not like I'm... Great job on the guys who won the race. I think it's more from the perspective that I knew that there was a couple of moments, well, one particular moment in that race where I had a chance to do something and I didn't take it. So apologies to anyone who did come up and say hello and I was sort of a bit, that's why.
Maybe you're just a sook.
Yeah, maybe I am a sook. Not as sooky as Kira though.
No, what is a sookie?
Oh, when is that sooky? Okay, so we're setting ourselves the challenge of, we're doing the wheel thing this week. I'm also doing the power test. I know weeks and weeks ago, Jesse and I came up with that idea of testing all those different power meters. We are going to do that. We have all the power meters now. We managed to get some B-Pro pedals. Yes, Alex, I have your B-Pro pedals, by the way. And we're racing in Orange next weekend. And we might have the Decker kits at the end of the week, probably early next week, but that's pretty exciting. Kira's on the slide. We'll see you next week.